What up, tubers? Welcome back to another Sealed here on Arena. Thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already. And don't forget to check out cardkingdom.com/Numot for all your Magic card needs. Let's keep pushing to that 100k subs. We're going to have a 100k sub party when we get there, so thanks for doing that. It is finally Qualifier Weekend Day 1. This is one of the largest events that you can play on Arena. If you do well here, given the 2-day event, so do well on both days, and you can make the Arena Championships and even the Pro Tour. So this is a very, very high level, potentially, event. It is also very hard. You had to qualify for it, and what you need to do is you need to go 7 wins here before you get 2 losses. So you can only lose once. This is easily one of the hardest, if not the hardest, event you can have on Arena. And even if you make day 2, you still have to get 7 wins on day 2 before 2 losses. And these are not easy, especially when they're sealed. I think for constructed, whether you're playing standard, timeless, whatever, people have a real leg up because, you know, in constructed, if you put in the reps or whatever. But for limited, there is a very large luck factor involved, as we will see here. I'm going to open my 6 packs. And we are hoping that we get like at least 8 or 9 rares because of how many rares you can open in Murders at Karlov Manor. And in addition, we're hoping they are mostly on the same color patterns. Okay, we did well. No, we didn't do well. Oh, damn. 2 NIV-MIZZET. I opened 10 rares, which is very lucky. But then again, I opened 2 NIV-MIZZET, which is very unlucky. We did open double Aurelia, though. And y'all know I do like assemble the players, even if it hasn't done me as good as I would hope. Gadgeteer's also very solid, and even all of our lands are on color with Aurelia, so I'm probably going to have a hard time not leaning towards Boros, but oh boy, looking at our white cards to start, it is just, there's no depth. That's a big problem. How is blue looking? Blue is solid individually, but not great. Black, pretty bad. Red, pretty bad. Oh no. How's green? Green's pretty bad. How's our fixing? We opened those 3 tri-lands. Or sorry, 3 surveil lands. We have double Strider, a public thoroughfare, and escape tunnel. This does not look like a good pool. Even with double Aurelia, this does not look like a good pool. Like, for example, say I just put in the red-white cards, we wouldn't even be close to enough playables, right? Assuming we would just try to force the Aurelia. Maybe we'd be close to enough playables, but it wouldn't be very good. It would be like something like that. It'd be a lot of filler disguise creatures with 2 Aurelia at the top end. We have a shock for removal, a binding for removal, a make your move for removal. I guess push-pull is kind of removal. That does not look great to me. Let's see, we would have... Would we have enough for assemble the players to work there? We'd have 14. I would probably just play that and try to get there. I guess knife could be playable. Not missing anything obvious in red-white MA. I guess the Shady Informant probably better than the 3rd Offender at Large. But well, hopefully this coffee can put me in the mindset to win. I don't think that this is the way we want to go. And again, this is going to be best of 3 as well. Because I have a lot of good fixing, I might just have to try to go with some, 3+ color nonsense, because here is our fixing, which is solid, right? That's not bad. I don't think I have any other... I don't have green fixing, right? Well, I do have They Went This Way. I guess we could try to play NIV-MIZZET. NIV-MIZZET is very strong if you have enough 2-color cards. if you're just playing this as a very hard to cast 6/6 flyer, I don't think it's generally worth it. But like for example, we have the double Aurelia. We have a bunch of other 2-color cards. And sealed is generally going to be a little bit slower than draft, so playing cards like they went this way for fixing aren't actually the end of the world, though I'd still not particularly care for it. Does this say forest cards or? Yeah, forest cards, so the Bloomkin can grab like the commercial district. That'd be nice if we actually had another forest surveil land for Bloomkin to grab multiple. If I'm gonna go 5-color stuff, where are we looking? We'd probably want to run our removals. Any of our good disguised creatures want to come in, and even a lot of our weaker disguised creatures would want to come in, like Specialist is fantastic, for example. Mirren Spy, probably not. Researcher's decent, but if blue is just a splash, we wouldn't want to run that. Let's see, black has Confession removal, Enervation. Black's not very good there. Red gives us Shock and a little bit of card selection. Yeah, we'd actually go like some kind of green. Green base, probably. If we were trying to run the NIV-MIZZET. I guess I wouldn't splash Demand Answers. Soul Enervation we're splashing for as a removal spell. It wouldn't be terrible. One thing I'm missing are Panthers. If we had those Topiary Panthers instead of that, they went this way, that'd be so good. Because the Panthers would be the 6-mana spells for collect evidence on these bite down for crimes as well. We'd play both Aurelias. I mean, I could go down this route. We could go 5-color Niv. Is that better than just going straight red-white? We would certainly have higher power level. Like, we'd play the Sumala Sentry here 100%. Play the push-pull for removals. Is this even good, though? This would be like Naya splashing black and blue. That doesn't seem right to me. That seems like a poor plan. Yeah, it might be better just to go straight up Naya then. My Naya doesn't look terrible. I mean, I guess I have the double Strider for fixing as well. If I go a little bit more aggro, green-white, splashing Aurelias, I would probably cut these things. We'd get Savior in as a double white flip up. We'd get the crowd control. Did I want to run the Crocodilf here? I mean, we could splash the Gossip as well. I don't know. If we're Naya, I don't really want to be playing these Gravestone Striders. But maybe they're necessary for fixing. I mean, what do we have for fixing in Naya? District, Public Thoroughfare, and Escape Tunnel. It doesn't look awful. Some kind of Naya build. Oh, it's so tempting to NIV-MIZZET. But it can't be right, can it? Going for the YOLO fun play in this event, in effectively, what is a PTQ? A double PTQ? Since again, I think you make the Arena Champs and the Pro Tour if you do well. Green, white, splash, red. Or Naya, splash, NIV-MIZZETs. It's so tempting, dang it. Oh, it's so tempting. All right, so if I do go 5-color nonsense, Enforcer's out, Inspector's out, because we would have 2 of the Striders on turn 2 instead. Would look something like that. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We would have 8 2-color cards for NIV. So I'd probably want to run the Crocodile then instead of like the Creeper in that scenario. Just for an extra 2-color. I don't think we would want the Shady Informant, and we're not playing Cadaver. The only reason I'm considering this is because we have those damn double Gravestone Striders. Ugh. This isn't right, is it? Gosh. If only that double NIV-MIZZET could have been, like, I don't know, double anything in Naya. Ay, 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 ay. Okay, once again, let's just double check the green, white, splashing red. Because again, I think that's probably the more ideal play. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I might splash the shock too. Green, white, splash red, something like that. I don't even know if that's better though. Like the double NIV does add power. Because this is the swap, basically. We get some, I mean, really, oh, not this one. We swap these 4 white cards, of which the Perimeter Enforcer is basically the only, like, good card, I would say, for 2 NIV-MIZZETs and an Exit Specialist, and then a couple more filler cards. You know what? I think I'm going to go for fun. Fun and power. It's not just going for fun here. I think it is fun plus power. You make at least 2 cuts, though. And make sure we're not overlooking something good. Like I said, I think some of the removal in black is maybe okay, where we have the Innervation and the Extract, but we don't want to be splashing for black removal necessarily. I think we want to stick to our Naya base and then just be splashing for a little bit of greedy NIV. I guess the Perimeter Enforcer could still be worth it by itself. I have 3 detectives to pump it, and then we have like the double bite down on crime. It's just like a super annoying 2-drop. But again, I need to make cuts right now, so I guess adding extra cards is not really in the thing. Not what we're looking to do. Oh, I think I want the V2 Ghazi Inspector in this build too. The 1-3 reach is good. I guess my concern is that I'm going to get overrun by random aggro. I mean, this should be slower than sealed, draft, but you're still going to have people with sealed pools that are more aggressive, right? And if I'm spending my turn playing They Went This Way, that's probably not a good time for us. I also really wish these bite down on crimes were just cheaper removal. Like the 1-mana green, like hard-hitting questions or something instead would be so good. But yeah, I need to run at least 17 lands. I think I can cut maybe 1 bite down. Here's our removal, which is not too shabby, and then the specialist for bounce. So we have like 3 ways to deal with big things. And then a shock, bite down on crime can take care of a big thing, and specialist is just a little tempo-y bounce. One more cut. I will say all of these disguise creatures, these ones anyways, are super good for bite down, because if I play them face down, right, early on and they trade, then that's a 6 or a 7 mana spell in the graveyard for the collect evidence. That's good. I mean, maybe I only run 1 They Went This Way, but I think I want 2. I'm going to run a lot of tap lands in this deck, aren't I? We're going to have 3 Surveil lands, the Public Thoroughfare, and the Escape Tunnel. Yeah, this is going to be a deck that really does not want to run against the aggro decks, which is why I was still considering running some of these other cheap creatures like the Inspector, or getting just the Perimeter in for early life gains, but I don't know what I'm cutting. It's 1 card. I don't think I cut They Went This Way since we're going the strat. I don't think we cut any of this early game. I don't think I cut Specialist. Can't cut Removal. I guess I could cut the Crowd Control Warden. Maybe that's the worst of my disguise creatures, although it is another 2-color card for NIV, but I think we have enough otherwise, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's probably fine. Okay. It's kind of unfortunate that I'm probably going to need to run 1 of each basic type, because we have the Escape Tunnel and the Double They Went This Way to search for them. So like 1 swamp is kind of a necessity. We definitely do not need 3 mountains. In fact, 1 mountain should be sufficient. We want to upload on green and white for sure. Yeah, we should only need 1, 1, 1 of the splashes, and then we need our green-white mains more than anything. It says we have a lot of red, but that's kind of misleading. Man, I kind of want to run one of the black removal spells too if I am actually just running 1 basic swamp. Like maybe Extract a Confession here is better than Bite Down on Crime in our deck, because this is really slow, you know? I think I need early removal. I think I might actually splash the Extract instead. All right, this is 5, 6, 7, 8 green sources here. With 5 forests. 4, 5, 6, 7 white. That's actually too much white. I can either go up another red or I can go up another green. I think we'd rather go up for red for like early shock, I suppose. Double check there's nothing overlooking. I don't think Gadgeteer is good in our deck, right? We just have the 2 Striders for artifacts. Presumed Dead's really cute with our big disguised creatures, but probably not good enough. Solar Innovation I don't think I want. It might be incorrect to not be playing these bites, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, that's 6 red sources. 3, 4, 5, 6 white. Yeah, okay. I think we're going to do this. We're going for power and fun here in the qualifier event. I think I mean, we could very easily sideboard into a red-white Boros aggro deck if we need to. That's the nice thing about best of 3 and having a couple of options. If our opponent's also playing a little bit of a slower deck, we can try to go Boros Beats. Though our Boros Beats isn't even that good, but let's ship this and see if we can get some wins here in the qualifier event. Let's go. Okay, let's go to round 1 of this qualifier event with our nonsensical 5-color shenanigans. We will be on the play. I mean, I guess you just keep this hand and, well, realistically, just hope you find a 3rd land. Unfortunately, we don't have one of our tap lands. I think here we do want to hold full priority. This is a larger event, so feigning tricks is worthwhile. Not going to play out the Bloomkin on turn 2 there as a 1-1. Remember, this is as big as forests you control. I guess I want to grab white here. Even though we have fewer blue sources in the deck, given our hand, it makes the most sense to grab another white, or rather a white. Okay, that's good. Could just slam down the Aurelia. Start bashing for 4. I think that's probably the best course of action here. Because if they don't have removal ASAP, that is a very quick clock, of course. Buried in the Garden. Yeah, that's a way to get rid of Aurelia. I don't think I have too many ways to deal with an enchantment, do I? I guess I have Make Your Move. Yeah, second white source, a little bit awkward. That's okay. Make them sack their creature, which was a Sanguine Savior. Long goodbye. All right, so they won't have to pay any ward cost here. That can't be countered. And another face-down card, so be it. Makeshift Binding. That only hits creatures. It doesn't, sadly, hit enchantments. Let's just start off by drawing a card here, I think. And I guess I'm just going to bind their face-down card here. It was a 4/3 flyer. A killer among us. Nice. So they get to choose which one to secretly make their killer. Probably don't want sentry. Okay. Well, we're obviously behind here. And it was the human that was the killer all along. I'm hoping I don't have to use the push on their 4/4, but that's probably going to be the line I have to take. Man, are they on 4-land stop? Jeez Louise, they are. Gross. That blue source is going to be too late. I can kill the 4/4 here, and then we're taking at least 8. But I guess I don't have much of a choice. So if I take 8, I go to 6. Basically lose to anything. They still, again, 4 spells in their hand. They finally drew their 5th land. We're at like twice as many lands as they are. This is where having a Wrath type effect would have been good. Notably, I don't think our Boros Beats would have done any better versus this, given that they had 2 different removal spells. And that is a big ol' 7/7. Nice. Alright. Obviously no reason to show them any of those other cards for now. I mean, seems beatable. But can we beat it? I don't think I really make any sideboarding changes. I guess I could bring in the Hedge Whisperer. Just as something to block early, but I think we have enough early stuff. Yeah, they just played like good cards, right? Or a couple of good cards, and that was good enough. Long Goodbye, Buried in the Garden, Killer Among Us. That was basically good enough to win. So I think I'm just going to resubmit. And hope that game 2 goes a little bit better. But yeah, I don't think moving into Boros was going to be any better here, so. Not what we're looking for. I could keep this, I just don't think it's good enough. We have this Strider for a little bit of fixing, a couple of disguised creatures, but I think going down to 6 is probably going to serve us better. Okay. I think here we're going to lose the push-pull and keep the Aurelias. Because if they deal with one, we'll have a second backup one. Double white already again. Now we got our main Naya colors, which is good. Go ahead and play the Hellion out face down for this turn, and then I don't care that they have Long But Goodbye here. Such a good black uncommon. Don't I have 3 of the Surveil lands? Again, kind of unfortunate we haven't had one to begin with. Okay. Let's go with the Surveil. Don't think we want the Bloomkin here. And then we'll go Plains into Aurelia. And we're kind of hoping that a 4/4 Flying Vigilance is good enough. Man. They missed another land drop, so we know they have nothing but spells in their hand. Which, I guess as long as they don't have a removal for Aurelia, could be okay. Alright, they must have a handful of enchant. We saw the, what? The Buried in the Garden, but I think that was the only enchantment we saw from them. Wow, they're just going to concede to Aurelia. Okay, I think that was a very premature scoop, but I will definitely accept that. Holy smokes. That's kind of insane. What was the face down card? Nervous Gardener. Wow. I think for this type of event, you really want to just play it out, but hey, no complaints there for me. Again, I'm a little bit tempted to go Boros Beats, but I just don't think it's right. Hey, if they're willing to scoop to an Aurelia, we have 2 of them, so let's go to game 3 here. And that hand looks good. Always Aurelia, always NIV-MIZZET. Sanitation Automaton for their turn 2. It's not really the card we want to be using our Extract a Confession on, but I guess that's okay. Because I want to be playing the Bloomkin down as a face-down card. I might just play the Radical as a 4/4, though. Actually, I guess I'll lead with Sanguine, since we either need a white or a second black to flip it, so I don't mind blocking here and just trading. Wow, no plays. Okay, yeah, let's just run out of 4/4. I guess they're missing green again. Darn. Had extract of their own. But that's all we want. We only want them to just give us time, which they're doing fantastically. In fact, now I think I'm going to just do a little bit of setup. Go grab a blue here. And we can sack our clue. I don't think our opponent's too happy. Oh, they hit their green. There they go. Okay, well, they're in it again. If they had missed on there, I think they would have been too far behind. Nice, there's the white. So back-to-back green sources drawn. I'll take 4, no problem. Okay. I can play NIV plus Sentry. Or I could just play Sentry and hold up our flips. Which I think I'm going to do here. Oh, did they draw Buried? Looks like it. But that's okay. We want them to use Buried now. And not on NIV. Yep, it's fine. Yeah. Well, it's more mana efficient, actually, too. Oh, but I don't only have 1 blue source. Yeah, let's just bounce the Panther, then. Do they have Alibi? Jesus, okay. Well, that's bad. Man, of course. I guess I could have played around Alibi by bouncing in response. Wow, that might cost us not bouncing in response to the Buried in the Garden target. But I guess we wanted to see what they targeted first. Okay, I guess I just take 12, go to 4. Hexproof from multicolored. Ugh, I'm one land off of being able to flip plus NIV this turn. Let's see. Yeah, I think we're dead. Because I got a double block and then chump, and that's assuming they don't have anything. And we have to sacrifice a creature with flying. Wow. Alright, good beats. So I guess even had we bounced their Panther in response to the Buried in the Garden, we were probably going to get wrecked there. Let's see. They'd still have Alibi, but they'd make me sack the NIV. Man, that sucked. We had a chance to. We just needed the opponent to brick on that man or draw or land for 1 or 2 more turns, but then they went forest to able to get us. I don't think I made too big of a mistake there. My other play was to have flipped the Bloomkin on that turn, but it would have only turned into a 5/5. So what would have happened is I would have blocked with the Bloomkin on their Panther, and then they would have alibied to eat my Bloomkin. Yeah, so, okay, 1-1. No big deal. Again, you need to open well, you need to play well, you need to draw well in these events. We're playing with a little bit of a power-hungry, fun deck, so we didn't lose to anything incredible, but doesn't matter. Losing is losing. Man, again, we just cannot start a hand with one of our tapped lands. We have so many of them. I think this is a keep on the draw. Okay. Well, we're hoping we draw, what, a Plains next turn? Of which that is our second most likely basic. The issue will be if we do not draw a third land, and we have a decent chance of drawing a third land that's tapped, so... yeah. Brutal. You know what, I think for mana efficiency, I'm actually supposed to just play this out now as a 1/1. It'll eventually get big enough. And I'm going to fall too far behind, I think, if I try to wait. Awkwardly, if I cast They Went This Way next turn, I need to find another red or a black source for NIV purposes. This is an extremely awkward turn. Oh man, so awkward. Drawing that third land tap was basically the worst. Alright, I guess I'm gonna do this. Commit to just taking at least 4 this turn again. Second main phase Vigilante, so they have some nonsense tricks, of course. I mean, again, I don't think we have much of an option here. I think we just play out the NIV and hope they somehow don't have any interaction. Like, even out cold is just game over, basically. Lost in the Maze, pretty good too. Oh, and that gives their tapped creatures hexproof, so I can't push-pull them either. Wow. So I'm taking at least 10 here. Maybe more if they decide to flip into like a 3-2. Yeah. Alright, no outs. Well, this isn't going very well, is it? Just blue-white. What was their other face-down card? It was a Lumbering Laundry. I don't mind seeing that. Ah, man, do I want to go Boros Beats here? I mean, given what they had, no, I think we just run it back. Our draw was a little bit awkward, and I know this deck is a little bit awkward, but like I said, you need to high roll in these events anyways, so I think we have better chances running like this. Even if we don't do well, I think that's the way to give us our best shot, you know? Only have 2 mountains in the deck. Again, no tap land. Man. We'll keep pitch the Tin Streets, and I think I could wait here on the escape tunnel if I wanted to. But I'm going to go ahead and grab a forest, because we do have like Samala Sentry or whatever. And since they went this way in our hand, we can still grab a different color after the fact. Nice. It's a good one. So I need to get red here now. And then next turn we can Aurelia and hope that they don't have anything for that. Alright, 1921. Next turn we can like sack Clue and play Disguise. And if we can resolve the NIV-MIZZET here, we have a lot of multicolor. Pass, huh? Alright, let's go to combat. They just want to Lost in the Maze, the Aurelia. I'm okay with that. They have Make Your Move? Why did they wait? That is extremely weird. was a really weird play. Maybe they have a counter in their hand and they wanted to see if I did something pre-combat? Not entirely sure what that means. Alright, I'll attack here, and if they have a way to kill it, so be it. I'm okay with them double blocking. Oh, they didn't block at all. I guess I should have sacked my clue first before playing out. Alright, so they're going to make 1,000,000 treasures. That is officious interrogation. Remember, the 10th Street Gossip can help us flip our morphs as well. Alright, a bunch of disguises. Out cold, sure. Why are they doing all of these things on these timings? It's so weird. I'm not going to shock their enforcer quite yet. Oh, there's NIV-MIZZET mana. But at this point, I think we're just flipping one of our 6/7s here. I don't expect this to connect, but if it does, obviously great. Okay. Won't even need to show them the NIV. Yeah, if this is their plan, I think they should have probably done at least one of the sacks on their turn. Although it looks like, I bet you they have Lost in the Maze or whatever it's called in their hand. So I guess one of the reasons is because I had 3 face down creatures even. I guess they couldn't utilize it very well. Yeah, this is just Lost in the Maze. So they can do it on my Gossip, on my Hellion, and on my Strider. Or I guess they could do it on a couple different things, but let's go to combat and wait for them to cast it. Yep. So they're going to tap everything but my face down. I can almost kill them here. I don't want them to double block my face down and then I need to flip it. I'd rather just get the NIV-MIZZET online. Okay, I get to loot. Benthic criminologists. Yep. Sack clue, desperation. And a second make your move. Alright, so we'll kill the other enforcer then. We can't let them tap or start attacking with it, otherwise they get to, or rather it gains hexproof. That is a questionable block or attack. Because now they have to chump. Alright, I mean, both Hellion are lethal here. Or NIV-MIZZET, always getting moved. Actually, it's okay to attack with the Strider. So that's probably the bounce creature. Exit specialist or whatever. Yep. That's fine. You know what? I think I'm going to play around Wrath. And keep one of the big creatures in my hand. They're assuming that that's a Hellion, but it's not, of course. Okay. Just go to combat. So they're going to take 4, go to 1. Because they had a not on my watch. Holy smokes. I guess now at this point I should probably just play this face up to play safe. Alright. We'll take the second game. What was that? That was a Granite Witness. Yeah, so basically blue-white flyers. Thinking I might want to bring in this Inspector for some reach. And just take out, like, the Eavesdropper or something. I might want to also bring in the Bite Down in Crime. I mean, I guess the, actually, the Vengeful Creeper can kill... Oh, wait, they didn't have the makeshift binding. They just had a bunch of make your moves. It kills their Granite Witness, but I don't think that's good enough. I mean, it's going to have other targets. Killing the Lost in the Maze is whatever, because that's ETB effect. Kills a clue. 6 to flip that thing face up, though. I'd probably be better off just splashing like soul, or rather adding soul innervation for another flyer as well then. And maybe cutting something else. Maybe cutting the crocodile here, because at least these other ones have reach. Something like that seems fine. I mean, I have a lot of reach and I have a lot of flyers of my own, so. Oh, man. We have a ton of green sources in this deck. I am really tempted to keep this. It's crazy. I don't think I've started the game with any of my Surveil lands. Is this keepable? It needs to hit a green source. Alright. Okay. There's one of my tap lands, at least. Turn 1, 1/1. I like it. I mean, I think I keep it. That's really, really awkward that they, Oh, God, Now we are jumping for joy. Okay, that's the reason they played out their 1/1 then. Oof. Rewarded. Alright, go went this way this turn. Go grab blue. I mean, that's going to be turn 4. We have Wooburg. So if I draw a NIV next turn, it will probably die to make your move, but hey. No complaints. Sure. This is also likely dying to make your move, but they don't have it great. Oh, they also have an exit specialist in their deck that they could just bounce Aurelia for a turn as well. Or Granite Witness to tap it for a turn and beat in. Yep, the bouncy. Sucks. I think I'm going to pass now and start using removal instead. Let's kill their face-down creature here. Yeah, it was the Granite Witness. I mean, if they don't have much other pressure, we might be okay. I'm going to start off by sacrificing the clue, because even if we brick on land, we can still play the Gossip out. If we do hit on land, then we get to go for the Aurelia. Okay. Sure. That's fine. So that's going to effectively be a 6-mana draw too. That's not too bad to see. The Exit Specialist can still attack into me though, which is kind of annoying. I might have to actually bind the exit specialist, which kind of sucks. Yep, I go to 8. That's actually a pretty good draw. Let's go to combat. Now I can go Sentry plus Gossip if I want. I mean, or I can just slam the NIV-MIZZET here. I'm expecting a Lost in the Maze is going to be in our future. Or something nasty, yeah. Shoot. That's actually extremely bad because now Hexproof means the exit specialist, I'm not going to be able to target it with makeshift binding. Ay, ay, ay. Thankfully, currently, anyways, they don't have a 2-turn clock, but... And the Sumala Sentry can block it for a turn, hopefully. Oh, yikes, this is... might be close. Alright, let's bind the Inspector. Play out our 1-3 reach. Okay. Wow. What? They don't even have lethal on board, though, so if they deal with the Sentry, I don't lose here. I mean, I guess they have on the job, maybe, to kill me? Okay. I think they forgot the Sentry could block there, maybe. Huh. Oh, they don't... Their Thrall is actually kind of hosing them. I get to draw a card if I attack with all 3. That seems worth it. I'm not playing the Gossip pre-combat because we might draw something better to do. And they already have to chump NIV-MIZZET as it is anyways. Okay. All right. That doesn't do it. Hopefully. Brick. Loot, yeah. Alright, I think we're gonna get him here. Wow, we did it. Okay. On the frickin' board, baby. Feels so good. What do we get? 1,000 gems so far? Okay. Nibs on the board. 1-1 now. Just have to win 6 in a row. No big deal. But hey, we're having fun in the process because we get to do something silly. There we go. Looks like a fine hand. Obviously needs to find some oomph, but this has all the fixing we need. Have 4 of our colors plus the Strider for the 5th. A little bit of removal. Yep, let's keep it. Turn 1 Gorehound. Okay. Gorehound's actually surprisingly good for a 1-drop. Red, black, aggro. I will probably push their Gorehound here after it attacks for 1 next turn. It sets up their draws, and oh, okay, never mind. We are going to go for the turn 4 NIV-MIZZET. Which I actually cannot do here. Wait, yes I can. I have the Gravestone Strider. Never mind. I was going to say because my red and black is overlapping, but duh, I have the Strider. So how does a red-black deck kill NIV-MIZZET on turn 4? They need, like, the Torch card that doubles the X. What else? Murder. Essence Extraction if they can get... If they can maybe surveil a big card into their graveyard. Okay, it's going to give the Bystander Menace. So I'm taking 3, and they're getting another Surveil. Oh, they put a 6-drop in the graveyard! That's so sick. Because now, if they have the Essence Extraction, they can do it. If they have it, that's insane. That would have been the perfect lineup for them. We'll see if that's a good or a bad thing. Alright, so we just want to draw any of our 2-color cards now. Another cool thing we can potentially do later on is pull the NIV-MIZZET from our graveyard and surprise get them for a ton of damage. Nice. Okay. Also, if they keep surveilling stuff to their graveyard, we might be able to steal a bunch and get value that way. It was not one of our multicolor cards. What are we hoping to hit? Sumala Sentry here, maybe? There it is, but we needed that last turn. Or rather, this turn. Damn, we finally hit with NIV-MIZZET and we didn't even get to activate the ability. Okay. I think I'm just gonna put my face down creature in front of their meddler here. I mean, I can put 1/3 on 2/2 as well, I guess. It's probably fine. Because if they had the sack a creature card, they could already get me. So another face down. All right. So now we play our Gossip pre-combat. And now we get to trigger NIV for 1. Let's kill their 2/1 menace and draw 1 card. The old double Gravestone Strider, NIV-MIZZET. Different color pairs, so Hellion plus Gossip are overlapping red-green, which means I will not get to NIV for an additional. Oh, you know what I didn't think about there? I could have shot their face for 1 and put them on a 2-turn clock. So they would have been dead next turn. I guess that might have been a slight mistake. Well, no, that's not true. I can just push-pull. Yeah. I can push-pull their meddler. The Bony Boy! Alright. There's no way to give double strike in this format, so I don't need to worry about that too much. I mean, I guess I just double block with Striders here. I'm gonna lose 3 life. There's no, like, sacrifice 2 creature Bardener and Blood effect. Okay, GG's. Yeah, it feels like so far most people are just playing like 2-color and trying to beat down. Wish we had a couple more cheap removal spells or a Wrath effect. That would really pull this deck together. Hello? Red Herring, yeah. They are indeed very aggro. And pull sacrifices, so... they lose 3 life from Bone Brute dying. But I guess I shouldn't have even targeted the Bone Brute. Oh wait, yes I had to, because if they double block it, they die, of course. Yeah, they're just dead here. They were already dead. Doesn't matter what I grabbed, but... Alright, why are we wasting time? You're dead. Go. Infinite triggers. They had a Bullrack, Clan Crusher, or Basher, whatever it's called, and a concealed weapon. Okay, so yeah, Uber red-black aggro. I need to get some early game versus that. Make your move actually looked really bad versus that. Well, medium versus them. Like, I think the Inspector probably comes in over the Crocodile again. I might even just want this 0-3 blocker. Yeah, I think I cut make your move. Do I want to bring in Soul Innervation? Also kind of want to bring in our 1/1 flying lifelink. I think Eavesdropper might be worse than Enervation versus them too. Yeah. Okay, let's just make those sideboard changes and go to the next. On to the second. Yeah, that hand's fine. Turn 1 Hedge Whisperer. Give us some early blocks. Actually, no, I think I'm gonna lead on Meticulous. Yeah, let's just keep all these lands on top. Get our fixing. I think I like playing out the Whisperer this turn, though, for a blocker. Homicide Investigator's a nice one. Very, very real possibility that I was supposed to play Public Thoroughfare that turn. I might have actually ruined my curve by doing this. But this prevents more damage, you know? But like now I won't have anything to do next turn unless I just want to push their Homicide, which I guess is not a bad play. But then that means I'd be playing out the Tunnel instead of the Public Thoroughfare, you know? Yeah. Might have ruined myself with this. We'll see. Oh, God! Did not mean to attack there, obviously. Now I'm going to take 2 damage for no reason. That is kind of annoying. I just assume creatures with 0 power are defenders, but... Whoops. So what are we grabbing with the escape tunnel? I guess probably just a mountain is the safest play since we have They Went This Way plus Thoroughfare in our hand already. I mean, maybe that's just Bone Brood and I was going to be taking 6 regardless, but... Pretty damn awkward. Yeah, I should be at 20. That's funny. I don't actually mind them using push on that thing. Obviously, they wouldn't have been able to had I simply not accidentally attacked, but... Okay, we drew the untapped land. Let's go ahead and play out the Gossip. It's good. And the nice thing about the Gossip, too, is that if that is the Basher, we can block it, and it'll simply be a trade. Darn it. Alright. Good beats. That's a face down. Thoroughfare. I assume this is not going to go very well for us. I'm going to block the first one. If that's the Boneyard Brute, that's pretty funny. Concealed weapon, and they're gonna equip it. Okay. So now if I just bind their face down card, I don't think we're in the worst spot. Oh. See, my concern is that that's the double striker. If they wanted to make that play so badly, you know. I think I am going to hit that. Got him. Yeah, I think it was pretty obvious. I know I'm 1 mana off of flipping my Hellion, but I think if they attack with their face down, I would block. Oh, okay. I'm going to take 7. And they get to do what? Surveil, is it? Yeah. Alright, I'm going to pass, and since they didn't surveil in graveyard, I'm going to assume I'm dead, but they don't have a removal spell here, we get to block. Nice. So that was probably what they top decked, or rather put on top. Didn't matter what I did then. Either flip up the Hellion or... Oh, wait. That doesn't drain for 1, that pings for 1. I guess I'm not technically dead. Oh my gosh. Am I gonna survive this? I mean, I can't beat basically anything on that disguise card, but... Yeah. Menace, yep. Was actually kind of close. Do I want to bring in the bite? I don't think so. Just red-black aggro, huh? Their creature quality is just okay. Their spell quality is solid, it seems. I shouldn't say their creature quality is just okay. They have Investigator and the Bone. So maybe I should put the make your move back in then. Kills the Bone. That doesn't kill the flyer. It does kill the equipment. No, I don't think so. No, I think I just run it back. I think what we have going on is fine. Alright, let's go to the third and final game of this particular match. We'll be on the play this time. Alright, I'm gonna keep it, and obviously we need to find lands. Really? I just want to rip 3 lands in a row. Good, there's 1. Maybe I don't accidentally attack this time. 0-3 into 1-3 is gonna be some funny blocking early on here for the against the opponent. Oh, nice. We are just rattling off the perfects. I'm going to actually play up our... Save your face up. This would be pretty hilarious if we just curve out into turn 5 NIV-MIZZET. Like, no issues. Both players doing fantastic. 1, 2, 3 drops. Come on, Meticulous off the top. Ooh. Huh. Well, that's rather funny. Okay. Any untapped land next turn, please? Can you imagine if they have Mind Rot here? Make me discard both Nivs. Juggler's good. It's going to turn something into a suspect. They control. Oh, that thing had already had Menace. So they want to be able to block, I guess. Okay, that's fine. That's one less removal spell for Niv. So let's just draw that untapped land now, please. Oh, God. One of the two worst possible draws. The other one, of course, being the other Aurelia. Oh, that's so brutal taking that turn off. Can you imagine if we just slam dunk the Niv there? Force them to have a removal spell? And even if they did, we'd have the second to follow up on the following turn. Okay. Need to lead with Niv, since if they deal with the Strider, I can't cast it anymore. Niv into Aurelia would be insane if we can pull it off. Oh, there's one. I think they're going to be a little bit sad next turn. Juggler only gives -5, right? Yeah. So Aurelia can die to the Juggler, but notably I don't have any multicolored cards besides the Aurelia, so if they just pass, I can't really play her out. Oh, this is multicolor anyways. Niv has protection from Juggler. Never mind. Oh my god. Okay. When it deals combat damage to a player, you may collect evidence X. When you do, it deals X damage to each creature and planeswalker that player controls. So if they draw any pump effect or a removal spell, I instantly lose. Wow. That's pretty good. I need to draw Makeshift Binding. Thank God NIV-MIZZET is protection from multicolored. Again, their juggler cannot shrink it. Jeez Louise, dude. Yeah, their deck is sweet, actually. I said for a moment that their creatures were medium, but their spells were great, but no, their deck is just solid red-black. We're going to block that with our face-down card. They will get a treasure here. This is a forest, so our Bloomkin will turn into a 4/4. I guess I'm supposed to keep that. Sorry, not a treasure, a clue. Actually, I think I might... go like this. Because I need to start doing something. Otherwise, they're eventually going to draw something that allows them to attack with their Incinerator, and if they do that, I'm just going to lose anyways, right? I don't think I want to shock one of these quite yet. If I shock the Juggler, then they can't sack the Gorehound and kill the Forest, but... I don't think that's the end of the world. Oh, you kidding? Are you freaking kidding? Alright, and that's the game. Incredible. Nope, I mean, hey, their deck's great. And their draw was great. Not much you can do about that. I can nearly kill them if I drew push-pull. Wow, good beats. Yeah, it is what it is. This format is completely wonky. And their deck's very good, so I cannot complain about losing to their draw there. We went for fun. We did get a match win. We even got to NIV-MIZZET a few times, but that will be the end of our run. Wow, did they exile all of them? No, this is how much? 8? So yeah, they're going to leave a few cards in their graveyard. Okay. Well, the Strider can eat the push-pull. So now they don't have anything in their graveyard. That ain't gonna save me. Good beats. Yeah, I mean, not much to say. Their deck looks good. They drew well. 6 land stops pretty fantastic. I have a very small chance. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I have a very small chance here. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. They can hit me to 1, and if I drop push-pull, I can win. That's our out. We shock the Meddler, we go to 1, and I can win. That would be insane. Push-pull off the top, 1 time, huh? 1 freaking time. Ah. That would be so cool. We would get back NIV-MIZZET and Aurelia. Hit them for 10. Oh well, that's Magic, baby. I went for the fun of it. Didn't quite work out. I don't think the pool was very good. It had the double Aurelia, but it did not have any Boros support. It didn't have enough good cards to really push it through, so... Hey, that's how these qualifier events go, especially for sealed. You need to open well, you need to play well, you need to draw well, and even if just one of those ingredients is missing, it's all over. So I'm glad we got to try the NIV-MIZZET thing out a bit, even though it didn't come to fruition. Still think it was the coolest / most powerful thing to have done. So as always, friends, thanks for watching. We will bring it back tomorrow for some more drafting, most likely. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.